On March 31st, 1993, the world of cinema was shattered. On the set of the film The Crow, a rising star, Brandon Lee, son of the legendary Bruce Lee, was tragically killed. This wasn't a stunt gone wrong in the way you might think. It was a devastating accident that has haunted Hollywood for over 3 decades. How could a prop gun, meant to be harmless, fire a fatal shot? Today, we're uncovering the series of catastrophic errors that led to one of Hollywood's most preventable tragedies. The film, a dark, supernatural thriller, was being shot in Wilmington, North Carolina. Brandon, just 28 years old, was playing the lead role of Eric Draven, a musician resurrected to avenge his own death. The scene being filmed was the very one where his character is murdered. His co-star, Michael Massee, fired a .44 caliber revolver, which was supposed to be loaded with harmless blanks, but something went terribly wrong. From about 15 feet away, the gun discharged. On set, there was initial confusion. Was this part of the performance? But as Brandon collapsed, the horrifying reality set in. He had been shot in the abdomen. He was rushed to the New Hanover Regional Medical Center, where surgeons fought for 12 agonizing hours to save his life. Sadly, the internal bleeding was too severe, and Brandon Lee was pronounced dead. So, what happened? How did a blank cartridge become a live, deadly round? The investigation that followed uncovered a chain of unbelievable mistakes. Days before the fatal scene, the same revolver had been used for close-up shots. For these, the crew needed the gun's cylinder to look fully loaded. Instead of using proper inert dummy rounds, the props team created their own by removing the gunpowder from real bullets, but leaving the primers intact. This was the first critical error. During filming, one of these homemade dummy rounds had its primer accidentally discharged. The small explosion was enough to push the bullet tip, or slug, out of its casing and lodge it halfway down the gun barrel completely unnoticed. The gun was then put away without being properly cleaned or inspected. This was the second and most fatal error. When the gun was needed again for Brandon's death scene, it was loaded with blank cartridges. Blanks contain gunpowder, but no projectile, creating a flash and a bang without firing a bullet. However, no one knew that the barrel was already obstructed. When Michael Massee pulled the trigger, the force of the blank's explosion acted like a full charge, propelling the lodged bullet fragment out of the barrel with lethal force. The prop gun had effectively become a real, deadly weapon. The aftermath was immediate and devastating. An investigation by the North Carolina Occupational Safety and Health Administration, or OSHA, found the production company guilty of multiple safety violations. They were fined $84,000 for their negligence, including inadequate firearm handling and a lack of proper supervision. The district attorney, however, ruled the death an accident and declined to press criminal charges, concluding there was no evidence of deliberate foul play. Naturally, conspiracy theories emerged almost immediately. Some whispered of a Lee family curse, linking Brandon's death to his father Bruce Lee's own mysterious and untimely passing 20 years earlier. Others speculated about organized crime or a deliberate hit. But despite decades of speculation, no credible evidence has ever supported these claims. The official reports all point to a tragic sequence of human error and gross negligence on set. The film, The Crow, was eventually completed. The director and producers, with the blessing of Brandon's family, used stunt doubles and pioneering digital effects to finish his remaining scenes. It was released in 1994 to critical acclaim and became a cult classic, a haunting and beautiful final performance from a star taken far too soon. Brandon Lee's death served as a brutal wake-up call for the entire film industry. It led to a complete overhaul of safety protocols for using firearms on set. Today, rules are far stricter, with many productions opting for digital effects over real prop guns entirely. The incident remains a pivotal and somber lesson in Hollywood history, a stark reminder that behind the magic of the movies, the dangers can be all too real. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of one of Hollywood's most tragic stories. If you want to continue uncovering the mysteries of the past, be sure to subscribe to Veiled Chronicles for more.